After 5 decades in politics, President Joe Biden's political career is coming to a close as he exits the 2024 presidential race. He won the highest political office after a career spanning 36 years in the U.S. Senate and 8 years as vice president to Barack Obama. Biden's inauguration came at a time of national tumult and uncertainty amid the coronavirus pandemic. A ceremony of resilience weeks after January 6, when the U.S. Capitol was attacked by hundreds of Donald Trump supporters in a failed effort to overturn the 2020 election. Standing near Biden was Vice President Kamala Harris, the first female vice president and woman of color to hold the office. President Biden drew on his time in the Senate to spearhead the passage of a $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill and the Inflation Reduction Act. Biden visited many countries during his presidency, including Ukraine during its war with Russia and Israel during its offensive in Gaza against Hamas. He also ordered the final withdrawal of U.S. troops from Afghanistan, fulfilling a campaign promise to end America's longest war.
It ain't over, man. We're just getting started.
Biden was known for often rambling in speeches, but he was a humorous, plain-spoken, and at times emotional speaker who peppered his remarks with folks, malarkey, and plenty of anecdotes from his childhood. He often talked about lessons both of his parents taught him while growing up in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Biden suffered an immense personal tragedy just as his career was starting. Soon after being elected to the Senate in 1972, his 30-year-old wife, Nelia, and their 1-year-old daughter, Naomi, were killed in an auto accident. Sons Beau and Hunter were critically injured. Biden was not in the car during the crash. Later in life, Beau, the Attorney General of Delaware and Joe Biden's eldest son, would pass away in 2015 after battling brain cancer. Biden's openness around grief and his ability to empathize with Americans who have experienced loss became defining traits of his political career. Biden married Jill Jacobs in 1977, and their family grew with the birth of their daughter, Ashley. They are grandparents to 7 grandchildren. As a senator, Biden mostly commuted to Washington, D.C. from Delaware. He relished taking the train to work and passed projects to boost railway safety. As chairman of the Senate Judiciary Committee, Biden presided over the Supreme Court confirmation hearing of Clarence Thomas. Biden failed to conduct a full investigation into sexual harassment allegations from Thomas accuser Anita Hill, an error he later took responsibility for. Biden worked to improve his record on issues important to women with the 1994 passage of his federal Violence Against Women Act. Biden ran for president 3 times in his career. In 1987, his first run quickly ended after Biden was forced to admit committing plagiarism in law school. As a candidate for the 2008 Democratic presidential nomination, Biden faced criticism for describing Barack Obama as, quote, articulate. The remark offended some in the black community. Obama said he didn't take it personally and chose Biden as his running mate. They went on to win a historic victory.
Yes, I accept your nomination to run and serve with Barack Obama.
Obama surprised Biden by honoring him with the Medal of Freedom before leaving office in 2017 as a symbol of their partnership in the White House. Biden often criticized then-President Donald Trump and said Trump's divisive presidency propelled him to run again to, quote, restore the soul of the nation. After a bitter battle during one of the worst pandemics in U.S. history, Biden won the 2020 contest after more than 3 days of uncertainty as election officials sorted through a surge of mail-in ballots. Trump capitalized on that delay to make unfounded claims of election fraud. Biden tested positive for COVID-19 twice during his presidency and has gotten numerous vaccinations and booster shots to protect against the virus. Biden ended the U.S. national health emergency 3 years into the global pandemic. COVID-19 has killed more than 1 million Americans. As the oldest president in U.S. history, Biden ran for a second term in 2024 in a rematch against former President Trump, but ultimately left the race following a disastrous debate performance. Biden was seen by some colleagues as a man who attempted to reach across the aisle during difficult times to find bipartisan solutions.